In the desolate town of Ravenswood stood the ominous structure of Graymore High School. Once a place of learning and laughter, it now harbored a darkness beyond comprehension. The morning sun, obscured by thick clouds, cast an eerie pallor upon the worn facade, foretelling the horrors that awaited those unfortunate enough to step foot inside. As the school day began, a sense of unease permeated the hallways. Students and teachers exchanged nervous glances, their hearts burdened with an unexplainable dread. The air grew heavy, suffocating their spirits, while shadows slithered along the walls, whispering their malevolent secrets. A crackling voice echoed through the intercom, jolting everyone from their anxiety-fueled thoughts. The principal's tone quivered with fear as he muttered, "Attention, students and staff. A grave threat has infiltrated our school. We are now in a state of lockdown. Lock your classrooms, remain silent, and do not open the doors for any reason. We will provide further instructions soon." Panic gripped the hearts of those within Graymore High as they hastened to secure their rooms, their trembling hands fumbling with locks and barricades. Outside, the once vibrant corridors transformed into a labyrinth of darkness, where the whispers grew more sinister, promising unspeakable horrors yet to come. The hours stretched on, each minute feeling like an eternity, within the claustrophobic confines of the locked classrooms. The whispers, once mere echoes, evolved into distinct voices dripping with malice. The shadows deepened, weaving and contorting into grotesque forms that taunted those trapped within. Terrifying rumors began to circulate among the students, revealing that Graymore High had been built upon a cursed burial ground. The restless souls, disturbed by the construction, sought vengeance on the living, their malevolence manifesting in the unspeakable horror that gripped the school. In the depths of their imprisonment, a group of students led by Mark, a brave and quick-witted soul, decided to venture beyond their barricaded cells. Ignoring the suffocating fear that gripped their hearts, they ventured into the dimly lit corridors, each step echoing with trepidation and the promise of unknown terrors. Their exploration led them to forbidden areas, forgotten by time. Dust-covered artifacts whispered forgotten tales of sorrow and despair. Cryptic symbols adorned the decaying walls, hinting at the malevolent forces that had plagued Graymore High for centuries. The students' relentless pursuit of truth guided them to the forsaken library, a chamber of forgotten knowledge shrouded in an oppressive darkness. As they stepped into the abyss-like room, the air turned icy and the whispers transformed into anguished cries. An apparition materialized before them, its eyes gleaming with a hunger for revenge. The ghostly figure, a former librarian, revealed the school's sordid history, recounting tales of unspeakable acts committed within its walls. Graymore High had served as a breeding ground for darkness, where pain and suffering had become the very essence of its existence. The ghostly librarian beseeched the students to unravel the mysteries, to release the tormented souls, and to confront the malevolent entity that held the school captive. Armed with the harrowing knowledge bestowed upon them, the courageous students embarked on a perilous mission to confront the malevolent entity that had ensnared their school. Guided by the ghostly librarian, they delved into ancient rituals, invoking incantations that echoed through the desolate corridors. As the ritual reached its crescendo, the school convulsed with rage, as if the entity fought tooth and nail to maintain its grip on the mortal realm. Shadows congealed, writhing in a chaotic dance, threatening to consume the brave souls who dared to challenge the darkness. But with unwavering determination, the students stood firm, their spirits aflame with a desperate hope. A blinding surge of darkness erupted, enveloping the school in a vortex of malevolent energy. The students battled against the overwhelming force, their voices melding with the screams of the tormented souls. In a final surge of defiance, the malevolent entity was banished, leaving behind a void of silence. In the aftermath of the haunting, Graymore High School lay in ruins. The students and staff, forever scarred by their harrowing ordeal, emerged from their locked classrooms changed, their innocence shattered. The school became an echoing monument to the horrors they had endured, a chilling reminder of the fragility of sanity. As the survivors emerged from the debris, they found solace in one another's presence. Their shared experiences had forged an unbreakable bond, a testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable terror. They vowed never to forget the darkness that had consumed their school and to ensure that their story would serve as a warning to future generations. In the aftermath, the town of Ravenswood rallied together, seeking answers and ways to prevent such horrors from ever happening again. Psychologists and paranormal investigators descended upon Graymoor High, their expertise aimed at unraveling the mysteries that had plagued the school for ages. The survivors, now hailed as heroes, shared their harrowing tales with the investigators, recounting the whispers, the shadows, and the malevolent entity that had held them captive. Their testimonies were recorded, their words etching a chilling narrative into the annals of paranormal lore. Months passed, and the ruins of Graymoor High remained untouched, a haunting reminder of the darkness that had once dwelled within. Yet a glimmer of hope emerged from the darkness. Plans were set in motion to rebuild the school, a symbol of resilience and the triumph of light over the abyss. But even as construction began, whispers persisted in the wind, a constant reminder of the lingering presence that still haunted the grounds. The survivors, forever changed by their encounter, found themselves drawn back to the ruins, compelled to confront the remnants of the malevolent entity that had plagued their lives. Under the cover of the moonless night, the survivors gathered once more at the site of their torment. Armed with the knowledge bestowed upon them by the ghostly librarian, they embarked on a dangerous quest to banish the darkness once and for all. With hearts pounding and trepidation clinging to their every step, the group ventured into the depths of the ruins. Shadows danced ominously along the crumbling walls, as if mocking their audacity to challenge the malevolent force that still lingered. As they reached the heart of the ruins, they discovered an ancient chamber hidden deep beneath the surface. Its walls were adorned with cryptic symbols pulsating with an ethereal glow. They knew this was the epicenter of the malevolence that had plagued Graymoor High. With trembling hands, they began the ritual, invoking the ancient incantations that had been whispered to them in their dreams. The chamber trembled, and the air crackled with arcane energy. The survivors stood united, their resolve unwavering, as they chanted the words that would sever the ties between the mortal realm and the malevolent entity. Suddenly, the earth shook violently, as if protesting its liberation from the darkness. Shadows swirled around them, lashing out in a final desperate attempt to halt their efforts. But the survivors stood firm, their spirits ablaze with determination. In a blinding burst of light, the malevolent entity was banished, its presence evaporating into the ether. The ruins of Graymoor High School trembled one last time before falling into an eerie silence. With the malevolent entity finally vanquished, the survivors emerged from the ruins, their hearts heavy with a mix of relief and sorrow. Graymoor High School would forever be remembered as a place of darkness, but also as a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who stood against it. The town of Ravenswood, inspired by the bravery of the survivors, united to ensure that such horrors would never plague their community again. The rebuilt school would serve as a beacon of hope, a sanctuary where the light of knowledge and courage would triumph over the shadows of the past. And so, a new chapter began for the students and teachers of Graymoor High School. They returned with a renewed sense of purpose, determined to create a safe haven where the echoes of the past would be replaced by laughter and learning. As the first rays of dawn broke through the clouds, illuminating the freshly rebuilt halls, the survivors stood together, ready to embrace the future. They knew that darkness would always exist, lurking in the corners of the world, but they also knew that they had the power to confront it, to banish it, and to ensure that the horrors of Graymore High would never be forgotten. The shadowed abyss had been tamed, its malevolence turned into a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, there is always hope for redemption. And so, the survivors, forever marked by their ordeal, stepped forward, ready to face whatever darkness awaited them, armed with the knowledge that they were stronger than the shadows that had once haunted their lives.